You're listening to Kevin and the Spleen.
No one's gonna ever love me.
1098.5 Radio QWX. For quick.
Bussin', no cap.
No cap.
Really smack you in the ass with flavor. There you go. This show is about depression, anxiety, PTSD, and chronic illness.
We going quick. We're trying to keep you on the path to the ride home on the evening time.
It's a fucking zoo.
Make it Quicks. With the Quicks Radio.
White lives do not matter.
Oh, folks, we got one hell of a show for you today. I am at the end of my rope. Oh, yes. Oh, man. Kevin, she found out. She figured it all out, Kevin.
The Girl Scouts? Who?
The Girl Scouts are one person. Or are they? No, but actually, before we get to that, we got bigger matters. Why do you make me make the face that's on the picture before every show?
Wait. Why do I make you the real?
Yeah, why do you?
Spleen?
Yeah, why are you doing that?
It actually does get me in the mood for the show really well. Seeing you make that face. It's like
Crazy Eights or something.
Yeah, I don't know. You're like just like the perfect hype man making that face.
So, who is that guy? Is that supposed to be me?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't look anything like that.
Well, there is some artistic liberties because of copyright, and we didn't want you to have to sue us.
Can you elaborate on this whole copyright angle?
No.
Shit. God damn it. He's got me again. I thought I had him there for a second, folks. But he weaseled his way out. God damn it.
I'm afraid of your lawyers. I don't. I
we
prefer
keep going over this. I would love to have lawyers. Are you hiding my lawyers from me? Is that what you're finding out?
I sometimes I feel like it's better if you don't have access to like the courts. Really?
Are the Girl Scout cookies lawyers? The Girl Scouts. Are the Girl Scouts lawyers? Is this what?
They're training to be. Yes, they're getting the intellectual property badge.
Anyway, like I was saying, the Girl Scouts are all one person. We figured this out. They, have you ever heard the term student body?
Yes.
Well, apparently what that means is that all the students become one body. They rise up out of the ground. They're in the ground, these students. Like flowers.
This sounds like the start of a really weird horror movie.
Anyway, not the Girl Scouts. I wasn't talking about my Girl Scouts. My daughter found out.
What did she find out about?
About the show. She found out about we're doing the show.
Oh,
I promised her I would never do this show again.
Why did you promise her that?
Because, why don't you hazard a guess?
I think maybe she's worried you're going to spill some secrets. And again, she's probably a little afraid of what the lawyers are going to do.
You're in the ballpark, I guess. I'll give that 1 point, but no. It's and I like how kind of you're putting this on me because it seems like whenever we do a show together, my life just goes crazy. Every shit's always going up and down. All sorts of shit is going on. I get kicked out. I'm riding a motorcycle here and there. HR incidents are popping. It's like my life is falling apart because of this show, Kevin. And I don't understand. I don't understand why you don't ever take credit for that. It's not all me. There's no way this is all me. I would have to be some sort of crazy, almost comedic kind of character for that to be the case.
I mean, I don't know that you should blame the show for all of your woes. I think this is just where they
this
come to life.
This show's ruined my life, Kevin.
Give me one way to how this show has ruined your life.
Well, I didn't even tell you. Did you tell me I have to move out of my my apartment? Is this an apartment? Was this an apartment? I'm coming to you live from a fucking fridge. I live in a fridge now.
And that's the show's fault.
Yeah. You see that light?
I do see the light.
I have to keep the door open for that to stay on.
Well, it's probably good that you keep the door open so you can breathe.
Yeah, but you know how much I'm paying in electricity with this door open? It's running nonstop, this thing.
Well, okay, where is the fridge? Is it in somewhere else? Like what? Like are you renting an apartment to put this fridge in?
I don't know, and I don't want to know. I certainly can't afford an apartment at this point. That's why I'm living in a fucking fridge.
Okay. Well, maybe we should do some kind of fundraiser for you to get you out of the fridge.
Okay, yeah. Maybe we could partner with the Girl Scout.
Yeah.
There's just one, remember?
There's just one, yes.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. You could sell cookies from within the fridge and they're all nice and cold.
That is genius. I need to like cut some sort of box-shaped slot in the fridge. Excuse me. I've been having these Girl Scout cookies. What are they called? Peanut butter ones. What are the peanut butter ones called?
Oh,
no.
I don't know.
Peanut
but
butter
they're good. I like the
delights.
peanut butter ones.
I can't read this thing. Everything's all fucking pink. Peanut butter patties. I've been eating these peanut butter patties. That's the thing. I'm underwater on these Girl Scout cookies, which I stole in the first place. So you wouldn't imagine there's a lot of overhead.
How'd you get underwater? What do you break down your expenses for me on this cookie heist?
I think here's the thing. I think I figured out where this fridge is. It's at the bottom of the ocean. I'm completely underwater on this stuff. Okay.
Okay. Sometimes I forget how literal you are. I need to step back sometimes.
Yeah, I sometimes I think I'm super poetic, and then I look around and I go like, none of this was a metaphor. This is just actually happening. You know?
Okay. Yeah. Well, I feel like you could probably turn that fridge into like a vending machine of some kind, where there's a little slot people throw money in, and then you just like stick cookies out through another hole.
Yeah, can you imagine? People are putting coins in the hole, and then like the door of the vending machine opens slightly, and you see a light go on, and it's like, what the fuck are these? Oh, that's 75 cents. Okay. And then the door closes again. And it's like, okay, you hear a voice, where's the cookies? The door opens. I can't read these fucking cookies. The door opens again. Okay, yeah. Okay, here's the one. And it closes again, and then a box of cookies pops out of the slot. I think people would pay a lot of money. We could charge admission to see the vending machine.
We could maybe combine that with like one of those like crane machine games, where people can put like $1 in, and if they can grab your head, they get a cookie.
Yeah, instead of having to construct some sort of crane, they could just put their arm in the hole, and they could be reaching for the cookies. But what they don't know is I'm in there, and I'm karate chopping. I'm trying to stop them from getting the cookies. I think that could do it. So yeah, we can charge admission. We could charge for parking at the beach, because they got to park at the beach. Then they have to like go into the ocean, I guess. Right?
I guess, yeah. Like if you're that underwater, they probably should park at the beach.
Yeah. But if we could get to the beach, we wouldn't have to be metal plated.
Well, I feel like this is going to change your mind about being on the show. I don't think that this show is ruining your life. I think you're going to use this show as a vehicle to launch your underwater cookie vending machine beach business.
Yeah, I mean, I think the whole point was this show was meant to launch various things that would turn out well for me. And that's simply not been happening. And that's something I cannot blame you for. I think that's solely on my shoulders. But it's still, the case is, I'm completely underwater on these cookies. My daughter will hardly talk to me now, especially now that she knows that the show is still being broadcast. My signal is terrible down here. I've been eating plankton. you gotta change it up. You can't always eat cookies, man. Although I used to think I could. Found out the hard way. You can't.
There's a lot of wisdom in your words there. There's a lot of wisdom.
My words are full of wisdom. Maybe if we could rig up like some sort of seashell that I could, dispense wisdom from. We can charge for that. So I'm seeing. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying this sounds like the show's working, not hurting. Like this is a vehicle to launch your everything here. So
it sure was. And now I'm in the goddamn ocean.
In a refrigerator.
Yeah.
It sounds like maybe you pissed off a mob boss, and that's actually what's happened here.
I mean, yeah. I've pissed off several mob bosses. I don't see what that has any. Oh, okay. Huh. But then, did I ever tell you I got kicked out of my apartment?
You've mentioned that, yes.
They found a horse's head in my bed. The landlord did.
Did you? Who put it there?
I'm starting to think it might have been the mob bosses. Actually, it wasn't one horse head. It was 7 horses' heads. That's some cooperation. I don't think of all these mob bosses as cooperating so much.
I mean, I would be really worried if the Girl Scouts and the mob bosses and your daughter all teamed up together with the lawyers.
My daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. This goes all the way to the top. Kevin, it says here that we have a caller on the line. Do you know who it is? Do you have any information on who the caller is?
I mean, I was expected at this point it's going to be one of the mob bosses telling you to get out of the fridge.
I hope not. I hope not. Caller, you're on the air. Hey, it's me. You know who this is, and if you don't, that's good. And if you do, don't say my fucking name. Please don't swear. Please don't swear. I'll swear however I want. Now, what are you doing? I thought I got rid of you. Well, you did. I'm at the bottom of the fucking ocean. I don't know what you want me to do. Kevin, you have anything to say to the guest?
Is there some way we could maybe work the situation out so that we can drag the spleen out from the ocean and no one has to get hurt?
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to pay lots of wear-car anti-venom. This guy bit us all up. It's honestly pretty cool, but the hunger's too much. It's getting into our business.
Okay, Spleen. First, we need to talk about you biting people as a werecar. I thought
I can't control it. I can't control it. That's like a big part of the deal.
Well, I thought we were past the stage where we were biting people. I thought that was done.
Yeah, because I got that med bed. Oh, you think the med bed can cure these mob bosses?
Let's try.
What's a med bed?
It is a somewhat fictional creation of the spleens.
It's not fictional. It just hasn't been delivered. I mean, it has been delivered. I'm not clear. I'm not clear on whether. I guess it hasn't been delivered. I guess I am still a werecar. It's getting really hard to keep track of all this lore. As a semi-fictional, what you say?
It's a home treatment system that may be able to cure you.
System.
And the spleen. Yes.
I got a system. It's called breaking people's legs.
Well, we had a med bed for that too. It cures broken legs, broken hearts, broken whatever.
And how long would you say it takes to ship such a system?
That's the holdup right now.
That's the holdup. Yes, Kevin. That's the holdup. We don't. Go ahead, Kevin. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was actually going to ask the spleen, like, do you have any idea when this is going to arrive? Because it sounds like we've got some customers for this now.
Well, they said like 3 to 6 months, and it's been about a year and a half. So this has got to be any day now, I'd imagine.
Let's get a tracking number and let's figure that out, because I feel like we need the med bed.
Oh, there will be a tracking number. I'll print it right on this freaking bullet that I'm going to shoot out of my gun, my mob gun. Oh shit, Kevin, he's got a mob gun.
That is the worst kind.
It's one of the worst kinds. That's why I purchased it with mob money. Oh, look, a penny. Hey guys, what's up? Well, we're trying to do the show. Who are you? Oh, I'm just Spencer. I'm the host of That Happens. I do a podcast. It's a different show than Kevin and the Spleen. What's up, Kevin? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing
horrible. Go ahead, Kevin.
No, Spleen, Spencer, maybe the three of us need to get together here and solve this.
Have you ever noticed that me and the spleen are never in the same place at the same time? Well, actually, we are. We are most of the time. The spleen is here. I'm also here in the same place, and roughly this. Have you ever noticed that? Isn't that interesting?
I just thought you were a fan.
Oh yeah, no, I'm a big fan of most organs, and their proper functioning. You know.
That is good. Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Kevin? How you been doing?
I've been doing good. It feels like it was literally yesterday we were just doing this last week. I don't know. It's just this week just flew past.
Mine, I wish I could say that. Mine went by pretty slowly. Yes, it went by slowly. So, okay. I guess we might as well crack into my first segment. I hate to admit it. Kevin, but I got jury duty. I didn't go to my first jury duty because an old guy at work was like, I just throw those away. And I was like, well, okay, I'll do that. And then they sent me another notice saying you skipped out on your jury duty. Now you got to come in. And I was like, okay. And I did. And I guess since the pandemic, LA has changed the way its jury duty works. Now, how I traditionally have understood jury duty is you sit in this big waiting room until a case comes around. And then if a case comes around, they call you in and then you might have to sit on the jury. And then also, obviously everybody knows about how you call in, right? You call in to see if you have to show up. You see if you have to report. And if you do report, you report to, this big waiting room. But since the pandemic in LA and maybe other places, I don't know, they've changed it so they don't actually call you in to report unless there is a specific court case. And so if you're calling in to report, you're going immediately or basically immediately into the room where, you give your excuses. Is that what they're called? To the judge. And if you don't, give your excuses, then they try and sit you on the jury. And I was like in the mid-20s or so. And so they number you. They put 18 of you in the area. They put 12 of you in the box and then 6 more of you outside the box on deck. And then the rest of you are in the audience, but you're in numerical order. So as they get rid of people, they pull people up in numerical order. And so after like the first wave of bat downs or whatever, I was in the extra 6 and I was like number 3 of the 6. So I was like, if they discharge 3 more people, I'm on the jury, And I honestly, the thing is, like, if you're trying to make an excuse about money, like it's called like financial emergency or something. It's not just like, oh, I can't afford this. You're supposed to be in like seriously dire straits. And I was like, I mean, I'm not doing good. I probably can't afford to take like time off of work exactly. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like an emergency. I don't know how I'm going to claim I have like an emergency. So I just was like, I was just going with it. And so long story short, I'm on the jury. The trial is supposed to adjourn early next week. I can't talk about the trial. I can't, I might have talked about stuff already that I'm not supposed to talk about. I think everything I just said is fair game though. And you're allowed to say how long the trial is supposed to go. That's like the only thing you're allowed to talk about. But I'm not allowed to talk about the trial. But what I can do is talk about some general ideas I had to improve jury duty. Okay. You know what this means? You understand? So
I think so.
So like I'm being the jury, or even before I'm being the jury, I'm like thinking like, this process is kind of fucked. And so, okay, like number 1, these jury chairs, they suck shit. They're a mess. Like we need new chairs. Number 2, they pay like $15 a day, which that's like 1920s money or something. Like you can't be paying someone $15 a day. That's like less than a single hour of minimum wage in California. Like that's insane. They got to be paying more than $15 a day. Okay. Number 3, I think the juries should get to cross-examine witnesses, like, cause they're in a hypothetical jury that wasn't this jury, or in a hypothetical trial, they're asking witnesses questions, they're cross-examining, but then a jury member might be like, well, I got some questions of my own. Well, who's going to ask these? So I think juries should be able to cross-examine witnesses. I think juries should be able to ask questions like an annoying person in a movie. Like, hey, wait, I think, okay, so you're not allowed to talk about the case, right? To anybody. I'm not allowed to talk to you about the case until it's over. I think after it's over, you can talk about it. But I'm not allowed to talk about the case. But I think, have you ever gone to a store, Kevin, or like a place of business where they have like a computer or a touch screen or a tablet somewhere that says like, rate your satisfaction? It has like a green smiley face and like
yes.
like I think there should be like a series of symbols that you're allowed to communicate with to people about the trial. Like, I think I should be able to hold like a red frowny face up to you if you ask me like what the trial's about, or like a selection of emojis,
Okay.
And so sure, we can't talk in words about the trial, but I think we should be able to like have some sort of crude pictogram based communication about the trial while the trial is ongoing. I think that would be fun. I think like in the jury box while the trial is happening, I think you should get like a series of flags with like emojis or symbols on it that you could hold up to, like a guy going like this, like shrugging, or like a cursing emoji or something, or like the knife emoji would be funny. I think that should be allowed. I think the jury should be able to throw paper balls at people in the court. I think like a lot of my ideas surround trying to keep the jury more engaged, because I think you want these guys paying attention, I think the trials should be longer. Hypothetically, a trial only lasts like a couple hours per day. And it's like, damn, there could be so much more trial happening in this day. That's just a hypothetical general thing I've noticed about trials. It's not has nothing to do with the trial I'm in. I think juries, where the jury box is in the courtroom. You can picture it, right?
Yeah.
I think instead of that, it should be like an elevated luxury box that has like glass windows, and like you should be able to mill about, and it should be above the court looking down at the court, like a private box. I think that could be a lot of fun. Maybe if there was like snacks or something. I think the bailiff should be making drinks for everybody. He should have like a bar stand over by his like bailiff post, and he should be like fixing people drinks. I think that could be fun. I think the juries should get to run around the courtroom a little bit, like just if they have excess energy to get out. I think that should. They hypothetically, juries are allowed to stretch, like stretch their legs at certain break points and stuff. But I think they should, like during the case, I think they should be able to run around. Maybe play tag or something. I think there should be a bingo card. Like a generic court case bingo card. Like if someone, I don't know, for instance, like raises an objection or something, that should be, you should be able to stamp the bingo. I don't know what happens when you get a bingo, but I think there should be a bingo card. This is on the, similar to holding up the flags with symbols or whatever. I think there should be like a radio DJ soundboard with sound cues. You could play like, you could be like, damn, or whatever, I think that would be fun if the jury has like a little button panel. There should be a smoke machine in the courtroom. I think that could be a lot of fun. It could be great. Like, imagine someone's like, I call my first witness. There's like smoke filling, and then like through the door, like someone walks up and it's like doom 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 doom. That like that sports song. I think there should be trap doors in the floor that like when the witness is done, or when the witness is getting called, they either raise up out of the trap door, or when they're done, they like drop through the trap door. And when there's a sidebar, I think instead of going into another room, a trap door should open and all the people in the sidebar should just drop through into the floor. and it should be called a below bar, I guess. Or I guess if someone's found guilty, I think they should fall through a trap door. That sounds fun. And I think this is my last note. I think there should be a halftime show. I think like just some sort of, it doesn't have to be anything elaborate. Like they could even just play like a video from Chuck E. Cheese or something, but like just some sort of halftime entertainment, I think could be good. They do have like stretching. Like it's kind of like a 7th-inning stretch sort of thing. But, I don't know. So what do you, go ahead.
You want this to be more of an entertainment production, like almost dinner theater for you while you're a jury member.
I want it to be closer to that. I don't know that I want it to be that. Just closer. Like, I think there's a lot of elements of a production that add a lot of value and engagement. And I think the juries should be maximizing their engagement. And I think these tools could be doing it. I also think like, I don't know, this court place I'm at is so cheap. The fucking bathrooms don't work. It's like just this horse shit rinky dink operation. It's like, put some fucking money into this thing, like get some private boxes, like get the bailiff a bar, area, just like show me you care about justice. Like you're expecting me to like believe in the concept of justice as you lay it out, and you can't even fucking flush a toilet correctly. Like that's not, no one's getting a fair trial like that, But so, yeah, I think I just some, and to be clear, we don't have to do all of these ideas. Like a good 60 to 70% of them being implemented would be fine by me,
Okay. I mean, I love your ideas. Thank you. I feel like that would probably make people avoid jury duty a lot less if it was more of a production. And
that's what I'm saying.
It focused more on the jury, which is the forgotten member of the court. Yeah.
That's the thing. They're so mistreated. They're put upon. In a hypothetical court case, someone who's coming up with notes on how to change the jury, they'd be like, they wouldn't even know what was happening in the case. They'd be spending all their time just coming up with good ideas, like ideas to make things better. They wouldn't even know what was happening. They probably would have forgot or weren't listening, just writing down great ideas, like hypothetically, but that's jury duty. I'm sure I'll have more to say. I don't know. I feel kind of weird. I don't know how much I want to talk about it after it's, I guess maybe, I don't know. I feel like I'll be judged. And I'm not supposed to be judged. I'm the jury. They're judged. Everybody else is supposed to be judged, not me.
Exactly.
But we'll figure it out. But needless to say, like I said, I have some notes. Okay. But speaking of legal drama, the National Guard is in town.
Yeah, it sounds like it's getting a little crazy in LA there. How's things going there?
It's fine. Obviously I'm very curious. By the time this comes out, like so much could be very different, but I don't know. I think it was very cool that a bunch of people showed up and resisted ICE. I didn't look up where Paramount, California was. Paramount, California. Where is this? Oh, that's like really far away from LA. So most of the action happened in Paramount, which is like, if you know where Long Beach is like, I don't know. I guess it's kind of in LA. It's probably in LA County, but like Long Beach is not LA. But yeah, in Paramount, California, there is a pretty big resistance action that got pretty rowdy. I saw a video of a bunch of ICE cars speeding away from wherever, and there was a guy standing on an island that was hucking these big old rocks and just shattering window after window of speeding ICE car. And I'm like, that's badass. I hope that guy gets away. But yeah, there's a lot of, I think it was in Paramount was where most of the action was taking place, but they got like outnumbered by people in the streets and stuff, and they got pushed back into like a building, and Yeah, I think feds had to come and like federal people had to come and like shield ICE and let them like escape. Right now, ICE is in these two hotels in I think the Dina Hotel and like the AC Hotel in Pasadena, and maybe I should go check that out. I want to go see. There's people that are gonna go make a bunch of noise and keep them up all night, I think. But a lot of protests in LA happen around, I believe it's called the Metropolitan Detention Center, and it's a big jail or prison. ICE detainees have been kept there in the past. I assume there probably are there are detainees there now, but it's often been a center of protest because it's kind of like this big building that's like a monument to the police. It's relatively centrally located, and where it is kind of like dictates a lot of the design and flow of traffic around the downtown area. And so I think, and it's not super far from City Hall, so I think a lot of protests generally kind of like make their way over there. So there was some protest there yesterday. There's a lot more happening now. There's a lot of action if you've been following the news or whatever. But like I went by this morning about 9:20, and it was people were just starting to get there. I just drove by because I wanted to see if I could see the National Guard, and there wasn't a ton of them. Oh yeah, the National Guard got called in. I guess I mentioned that a little bit, but Trump. Yeah, I went there and then so parked on the sidewalk outside the doors of the police area, like intake of this correctional facility or whatever the fuck it's called. There's like 3 or 4 military vehicles, more like Jeeps kind of. Then I don't know, if I had to count, I'd say maybe 30 people that look like National Guardsmen, actual soldiers carrying, and maybe they were just militarized police. I don't know. I think they were National Guard though because of the vehicles, but they had rifles. They looked like lively ammunition rifles, but who knows? And they were like forming a human chain blocking the prison building, and there was, I don't know, probably less than 50. Some on the sidewalk in front of the cops, and then some on the other side of the street, kind of with most guys with like nicer looking cameras, kind of like wanting a bigger vantage point. And it was basically there's like an air of tension just because when you're getting over to that sort of city, there's a bunch of police cars just kind of stationed and like police officers kind of standing in the streets being like, I think it's our job to hang out here and like monitor as people are coming in and maybe move around to places that are needed. But it's just like they were like, today's going to be like something, stuff's going to happen today. Which is, kind of an agitation kind of atmosphere. But it seemed, despite that, it seemed pretty calm. Like it wasn't even a protest yet, I wouldn't say. It was just like people like me, honestly, that were like, oh, I heard this was happening. Let me go see what's going on. But I didn't get out of my car because I didn't want to park anywhere. So, that was just, there was people. But then more protesters showed up eventually after I left. You could see it online and stuff. And it was fine for a while, and then I think this was the National Guard. I don't know, because again, like when the police are militarized and ICE and stuff, they wear like crazy, militarized like looking gear. And they had riot shields, and I don't know if the National Guard has riot shields. Maybe they do, but they formed like a wall of shields, and they started pushing people off the sidewalk into the street, and then at that point, then tear gas started and rubber bullets were flying and stuff. And they pushed him out onto the street, and then they were pushing him back farther. And so that's when they started to get on the freeway. So I don't know if the freeway's still blocked right now, but at that point, they kind of got onto the 101 freeway and started blocking traffic there. And since then, it's been a lot more intense than it had been the past day. But in LA proper, yesterday was pretty calm. It was Paramount where the action was all happening, which again is like in Long Beach. But the Long Beach, video was pretty crazy too. There's that like skateboarder kid that was getting shot at by rubber bullets, and he was just tanking all the damage. But yeah, pretty crazy. They're tear gassing children. It's Nazis all the way down. And everybody's, I'm not going to say I'm not scared, but anytime there's like big protest actions, it's like it stresses me out and stuff. But I don't know, like, and again, by the time this comes out, the fucking world could be ended. But I think it's good. Like when I started seeing the early video of this yesterday, I was like, well, God damn it, thank God. Like someone's got to actually fight back substantially, you know? And it feels like this is the first real, you know, attempt. Like people have done resistance actions for a while, but this seems pretty solidarity. I don't know. You know, it seems like a pretty significant like counteraction, which seems relatively unique. You know, I don't know. I'm a coward. I got to go jury duty tomorrow, so I don't know. I might have gone and checked it out more closely and got tear gassed or something. I'm a coward, but I was like, I don't want to get arrested before jury duty. I gotta pass judgment. You know, I gotta serve my own justice. Make sure justice is served. But it's pretty crazy. I don't like Nazis. I don't know, like. I think the weird thing about it is they're trying to send in National Guardsmen from other states, they were saying, and they went over Newsom's head, which that's not good. But like generally speaking, I don't think, at least recently, when they've called in the National Guards, like there was where was that? In like Minnesota, I think there was the Minneapolis, maybe. There was like the really bad like police brutality and stuff, and there was like riots and stuff, and they called in the National Guard, and like it's not like they called in the National Guard and then things turned ugly. Like they called in the National Guard, and the National Guard was generally like relatively calm, and the people were generally not down to try and start a bunch of shit with the National Guard. And so it was like mostly fine from then on. So, I mean, maybe I'm just naive or something, but I don't necessarily expect it to like get super, super crazy now that there's National Guard. Like hypothetically, it should be about as rowdy as it's been or a bit more civil or something. I don't know. But like, I don't particularly expect it to get like way, way worse. And by which I mean I don't think they're necessarily going to be opening fire. I mean, again, like I wonder what's going to happen, but I don't expect it to be like really, really crazy. Although, you know, if this is like the excuse to declare martial law, like everyone's calling out, or you know, if they start broadly deploying troops all over, that's going to be weird. But like I said, I don't know that people are like trying to start shit with a bunch of soldiers, you know. So. I don't know. I think it's obviously worrying, but I don't think it's bad. I mean, it's bad, but I don't know. I think there's some people that are like, oh my God, what's going to happen? I'm like, I don't know. I think it's going to be probably about the same or fine. You know, I don't know. And who knows? I mean, ICE is probably going to get to do its thing with a lot more support, which that's not good. But yeah, I don't know. I've been talking a lot. You have any words?
No, it's just it's sad and disappointing to see the country come to situations like this. You know, like it's the
I think it's good. I think it's sad. The impetus is sad. Sure, like they shouldn't be disappearing people and doing all this stuff, but the fact that people are trying to stand up, I think that's like the kind of thing that we haven't really seen enough, and that's depressing. You know, is not seeing that.
No, you're exactly right. It's just. I had hoped that we would, as a country, not reach this point again.
Sure, yeah.
Where we were doing stuff like this, and you know.
Yeah, I just can't. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's just it's really depressing to see. Just you know, I thought we were better than this.
Yeah, I optimistically, conspiratorially, or whatever, really hope that that they did rig the election. Because the idea that people actively voted for this after seeing what Trump's first term was like, oh, well, surely it won't get worse, and like actively voted for this, that is really depressing, you know, because like, how could it not turn into this, you know? And the idea that people were like, it'll be fine, or like, oh, this will happen, but that's acceptable to me. Like that is really a bummer. The idea that it was rigged is, great. It's like, oh, good. It's not. I don't have to hate my fellow man so much. But whatever. Oh, I hate Nazis. But you know what I don't hate, Kevin?
What's that?
Soda. That's right, folks. I probably could keep talking, but I wanted to. I've had these. I bought a bunch of these in the from the store the other day. I wonder if they're still selling them. Little Caesars has.
What a segue! Wow.
This is the best podcast. I'm so good at podcasting. Podcasts are good, and I'm good at doing them. Mountain Dew Mango Rush. It's dew with a blast of natural and artificial mango sweet heat flavor, only at Little Caesars. I bought like 7 of these from the Little Caesars when they came out, and I was really excited. I was like going through. I got another thing is I got a new fridge. My fridge was falling apart. It stopped being as cold, and I was like, it's probably going to die. And so we got a new fridge. It's bigger than I expected. It's fine. It's all fine. The fridge, it's good. But so I was going through looking at my food in my pantry and fridge because like everything's changed. It just is like it's like walking in and you rearrange the furniture kind of, but it's food. And I looked in the pantry area and I was like, oh shit, I still have a 12-pack of Mountain Dew Game Fuel. And I was so stoked. But anyway, so I was excited, and I was excited that I still have a bunch of these sodas left. But Mountain Dew Mango Rush, it has sweet heat. It has heat to it. It has capsaicin in it, Kevin. And you also sent me this, which Little Caesar used to do. It's Pepsi Pineapple. It's like the first kind of limited edition Little Caesar soda that they did. And so now I have both of these sodas. Do you have anything you want to try?
I have a couple Indian sodas here. Thumbs Up and Masala Jeera.
Mm-hmm.
Thumbs Up
Can you
is
tell
sort
us
of
about those?
Okay, so my understanding was for a long time, India didn't allow foreign companies to sell food products in their country. And then Coca-Cola was finally allowed to go there and nobody liked it. So then this Indian company came up with Thumbs Up. And then Pepsi came in, and then it became this huge, like, they had their own, like, cola wars, but it was between Thumbs Up and Pepsi, not Coke and Pepsi.
Mm-hmm.
And Thumbs Up won, and then Coke bought them. Which it even says on the back of here, product of the Coca-Cola company now.
Oh.
But this is supposed to be spicier and a little bit crisper and more carbonated than Coke.
Mm-hmm. That sounds good. You want to try it? I want you to try yours first. I want to. Right. That sounds. I kind of want that.
Okay. Oh, it did really fizz when I opened it up. Okay, so this is Thumbs Up, and also for those not watching, there is no B. For some reason, they took the B out of thumbs. It's
Copyright.
Thumbs Up.
That is funny. Kevin's drinking.
Okay, yeah. So this tastes a lot like Coke, but with more like whatever their proprietary blend of spices is, just more of it. Like it tastes like there's more cinnamon and more cardamom and more, a little bit more of everything. Like it's not like hot spicy, but it's more flavored than regular.
So it's more intense. Would you say that like the spice core has like shifted? Like, do you feel like, I don't know, for instance, more ginger than normal, or is it just like more of everything evenly?
It's more savory. Like it's more like cumin and flavors like that almost seem like they're coming out.
Yeah. So like a broader expanse of spice as
right.
opposed to spice and other flavors.
It's not just like a stronger Coke. It's a shift more towards, I don't know. It tastes the way Taco Bell smells, kind of,
That's definitely cumin, yeah. I'm sniffing. Would you buy that again? What you're describing to me sounds novel, but I don't know if I'd want that as a regular soda.
Like I think with the right meal it would probably be good. Like if I was making curry or something with it, it would go well with it and things like that. I don't know that I would choose this as like a go-to drink, but it's not bad.
Mm-hmm. I gotcha. All right. Well, I'm gonna take this mango heat. What's it called? Mango rush. Mm. It's really good. It's really good.
Spencer seems to be really enjoying this one.
It's like there's different. So sometimes mangoes are really sweet, and sometimes they're just more like tangy and not super flavorful. This is closer to that, where it's tangy and not super flavorful. It definitely tastes like mango, but it's not this intense nectary, like overly sugar mango. It's like a citrus mango. And then it does have heat to it, but it's like so mild that you could also almost just miss it. Like it's just the slightest tingle. And since like there's a burn to like carbonation and there's a burn to like acidic drinks, it kind of just fits in there. But it kind of gives you a little bit of burn on the back of your throat as like an aftertaste that, again, I think you might just assume it's just like the citric acid or something, but it is in fact like heat, but it's so mild. It vaguely tastes a little pineapple-y, but I think there's just maybe some overlap in like tropical flavor between mango and pineapple,
It sounds like a nice mix though. That sounds like something I should check out while it's still there, if it is.
Yeah. In terms of like recent Mountain Dew flavors, I think this is like one of the best ones that they had a lot of ones that are just kind of like Like they had Cabo Citrus, I think it's called. Cabo, it's like a tangerine flavored Mountain Dew. I don't know if I tried that on the show or even talked about it, but that one is like not amazing. And there's been a lot that are just kind of weak lately. But the Mango Rush is like, it's a shame that's like limited time, because I think that could definitely sell like full time, Also, I saw this on the news. It was on the 10 o'clock news. That Sweet Lightning Mountain Dew, which is the peaches and honey flavored Mountain Dew at KFC, is going to get like a dirty soda version, so there's like cream in it, and that sounds like it's going to be fucking lit. Anyway, you want to try something else? You want to try your other soda, or do you want to try a snack?
Let me do the other soda.
Okay.
So this is Masala Jira. And what I find so I was reading the ingredients, and it does have stuff like cardamom, garlic, cumin, other spices, things like that. And on the back, there's all the nutritional information, stuff like that. But in the largest words on the back are, I don't know if you can have to read that, but
I can't, but you're small. Go ahead.
Crush can after use is in giant letters at the bottom. So for some reason, we really have to make sure we've crushed this can after I've used it.
Okay. I'm not going to let can boss me around. So do you know what the flavor is supposed to be?
So this is supposed to be very spicy, very curry-like, very more towards the savory than the sweet kind of thing here.
Oh, weird.
Smelling it, this smells like cumin. I mean, this really does. This smells like powdered, like I'm making my own refried beans kind of thing here. So let me taste those. Okay, that's unusual. That's it's not sweet at all. It's kind of spicy. It kind of just tastes like I went to the spice rack and just dumped a lot of spices in a carbonated drink.
I've been seeing these ads for like birria bombs, which are like a bunch of spices in a ball that you put into like soup. It's kind of like bouillon, but it's just spices for making birria consomme. Is it like that?
Yes. I just got one of those a little while ago, and I think you're exactly right.
See, this is one of Kevin's lies. You didn't get one. Are you kidding me? Come on. What a coincidence that is.
No, I really did. I'm at the office, but yeah, no, we really did. I just got a 2-pack of them off Amazon.
That's the office? Okay, sure. You're at the office. Okay. That's not just a picture. It's not just a picture. It's a Zoom background. This guy's a fucking liar. I'm bringing back Kevin's a liar in 2025.
No, this is here. I'll move my light. It's
God damn it!
It's all real. Okay, so this is supposed to be a digestive drink that you're supposed to drink after a meal.
Okay.
Traditional Indian spicy flavor with a combination of many spices, including roasted cumin and other traditional spices.
So do we think this is like something that's like a popular flavor, like cherry is in America or something? This is like a Jesus Christ, normal flavor for India?
I mean, I would say this would probably be like the Indian version of like ginger ale or something.
Okay, yeah.
You know, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Does it have tanginess to it or just spice? Like, does it have acid?
No, it's just spice. It's just yeah. It all. I mean, I don't mean to keep comparing it to like Mexican food, but I think that's probably more familiar to most people like listening to this. Like if you took taco seasoning and added that to Coke and took away some of the sweetness, that's kind of what you would get.
Well, that sounds mouthwatering. I'm gonna try this pineapple Pepsi now.
Okay.
Unless you have any more words on the subject.
Nope, I think that's about it. I promised everybody I will crush this can after I'm done using it.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad to drink both of these sodas in one sitting because they're so good that it's probably worth saving, but whatever. Anyway, pineapple Pepsi. So this reminds me of the pineapple mango or the Pepsi mango, where it has some notes of Pepsi to it, the cola notes, but the fruit of it is actually pretty heavy in the flavor profile. It's not just like cherry Coke where it's like mostly Coke and a little bit of cherry or something. It's a lot. It's maybe like 60% Pepsi to 40% Coke or something. It's pretty intense. The thing is, I think pineapple has a lot of overlap with mango. And I think, believe it or not, I think cola has some overlap with like citrus soda. So I feel like having this after the Mountain Dew, the Mountain Dew is kind of lingering and covering over some of the flavor, if that makes sense,
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. That if I remember, I liked that one quite a bit. I was really disappointed when it was gone.
Yeah. This is really nice. I kind of wish I drank this one first because I feel like I should not drink both of these for a variety of reasons. But what are my calories today? Maybe it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine as long as I don't really eat very much else today. I had a chicken salad sandwich. I've been making chicken salad, Kevin. I get a rotisserie chicken from Costco. I keep the bones to make chicken soup, and sometimes I use the meat to make chicken soup. But other times I'll just keep the meat and make chicken salad out of it. And I think most chicken salad is used like canned chicken or something. I don't know. I don't know what people do with chicken salad, but I use rotisserie chicken, and it's so good. I fucking love it. I don't know. I think it has a lot of mayonnaise in it is probably why it's good, but it's chicken salad is so good when you make it like homemade. The celery, and I put carrots in mine, which is crazy, but I like having a lot of the crunch in it. Like, and the carrots have even more of a crunch than the celery. So yeah, and I do green onions. I put a bunch of green onions in it. I really love it. Chicken salad, check it out. It's delicious. I guess it's cheap. I don't know how cheap it is. It's reasonable because I can eat like several meals of chicken salad in a sandwich. Sometimes I'm getting off this topic. Okay. Lucas Squinkles Salsa Getty. Lucas Squinkles Salsa Getty. Michael sent us this. Lucas was like a Mexican candy. When I was in school, everybody loved Lucas. It was kind of like Limon 7, but it was more candy flavored. It was a powder. It was like an intense powder. So these are like, it's kind of like sour sketty. It basically is. It's just salsa getty, which it looks like it's supposed to be watermelon flavored, but I hope it's watermelon flavored and not salsa flavored. Yeah, it's kind of like a chamoy watermelon. That's good. 70 calories. It's spicy. Yeah, that's good. I think I eat this whole thing. You got any snacks?
I do. I got a couple weird ones. So this is a pickle in a pouch, is what it's called. And they come in all different flavors, and each one of them has its own little like cartoon mascot. So I picked Sour Sis. So it is a female pickle on the front of it.
I think it's cisgender, probably.
It could be.
It could be. That's so progressive of you.
So, but yeah, it's a pickle in a pouch, sour flavored. And I don't really know what to expect sour flavored pickles to be because pickles kind of already are sour. So
Yeah.
And also
That's the thing.
too,
Pickles are already sour.
it's not going to focus on this. 0 calories, it says. This entire pickle in a pouch has 0 calories.
Yeah, pickles tend to have negligible calories.
Yeah.
They have some sugar in them, but like vinegar is basically free. Cucumbers are basically free. And yeah, it's like a negligible amount of sugar. Spices are usually free unless they contain sugar.
Okay, it smells like a pickle combined with Sour Patch Kids or something, maybe.
So your pickle smells like a pickle.
Yes.
I mean, very interesting.
There's definite vinegar, but
wow.
But with some candy added to it.
Right, yeah. So it's probably like Sour Patch kind of citric acid kind of flavor.
And the pickle is enormous.
Yeah, be careful with that. Don't let it spill.
All right, I'm gonna taste to see what this tastes like here. It tastes like a pickle.
What? Kevin. No.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
I mean, maybe it's more sour vinegar than normal. I don't know. But
yeah, it turns out vinegar is pretty sour on its own.
Yeah. So now that makes me wonder what the non-sour one is in comparison, because this just tastes like vinegar.
Kevin, no.
Yeah.
This can't be. This simply isn't done.
Yeah, I think Sour Sis has sort of let me down here a little bit.
That's cisgenders for you.
I was expecting a punch of sour, and instead this is kind of just vinegary.
Wouldn't you say pickles have a punch of sour in it? Jeez, guys,
yeah, so on the back it says, the other one's not already open.
What does it say on the back?
Try them all, and then there's dill, hot, garlic, and sour, and they each have their own little animated person cartoon. These are Van Holten's pickle in a pouch.
I just ate this. I'm not even looking, but De La Rose marzipan candy has it covered in chocolate flavor. I guess it's like peanut powder that's just pressed together. This is pretty good. It's like a peanut butter
better
flavor.
than my pickle.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Candy's better than pickle.
So I've got a garlic one here. I want to see if the garlic one is in any way more garlicky or less sour than the sour one.
I can't eat it anymore.
Oh wow! All right, so it smells like garlic.
Whoa. The garlic pickle?
I don't even smell vinegar. I just smell garlic.
Okay.
All right, here.
Kevin's giving a bite.
It is less sour. Okay, I was wrong.
Is it more garlicky?
It is. This tastes like biting into a head of garlic a little bit with some pickle added, where the other one is just knock you in the face vinegar.
I wonder if that one is more sour or if the garlic is less sour than normal. Probably both.
I don't know.
This marzipan candy
plain that I could use like as a reference here.
Yeah, that dill is probably the closest you can get to that, right? But you didn't have that one. Well,
but yeah,
that was enough
pickle
of this bullshit. I ate this chocolate candy. I can't drink any more soda. It's going to taste like ass. I'm going to have to go eat some Cheez-Its after this to clear my palate. Cheez-Its are so good, man. Holy shit. I live for Cheez-Its. Okay. We are doing emails. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. Mark writes, "Hi, Spencer and Kevin. I'm mostly writing because on the last episode that aired, you said you were out of emails. However, that may have changed now. If so, sorry. I've been meaning to write for ages, but can never really think of anything clever or substantial to add to what's already been said. I still don't have anything really. Sorry. Can I ask, are you excited for the Final Fantasy Magic set? Any chance of introducing the No One Can Know gents to Magic through it? It'd be great to hear you all talk about the set from the point of view of your different perspectives. Also, I've only ever played one Final Fantasy game. A friend is a big fan, and we played through 13 together over the course of the week. I've heard it's not a great example of the franchise, but I really enjoyed it. I'm now playing through 7 Remake. Can I ask what's your favorite FF game? Which one would you suggest to someone who's not played many of the series? Thank you to both of you for all you do. I'm really grateful for the podcast. It's helped me through a lot of not great times. Love, Mark. Hey, thanks, Mark. What a nice email. That's so nice.
No, it's very sweet. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah. I feel like I recognize Mark's name or his email address or something. So I don't want to blow up his spot and dox him. But thanks for the support. Thanks for all the support, Mark. I think I answered this a little bit in the last episode, but I'm a little less excited for the Final Fantasy set than I was. I don't know why. I don't know. Oh, you know, one of the reasons is my favorite game is Final Fantasy Tactics, and I don't think any Tactics cards are in the set, which is like, I don't know. Tactics is technically not a mainline game, but it's like so much better and more core to what Final Fantasy is than like a lot of the other games. I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, I'm excited. I want to get the starter decks. They're like decks for beginners, and I want to use those to get the No One Can Know About This guys to learn how to play. I think that could get them into it. It's like a set of 2 decks, and I think hypothetically I could let them have each of the decks. So Ryan actually knows how to play Magic. He's played some Magic online. So he already knows how to play, but he doesn't play very regularly. And Jeff hasn't played before, but I think I can get him into it. The beginner decks are supposed to be good for teaching beginners. There's cards that I think I want to get, but I think I'm mostly going to buy singles. I'm trying to not buy packs because I have bad luck, and that's gambling, which, hey, gambling's fine or whatever. But buying packs, I don't know. My weird belief, Kevin, is that there's a lot of different kinds of luck. Like luck comes in a billion different flavors. One of my kinds of luck is I'm good at arriving to places before a big line. Or like if I arrive at a place that even does have a line, it's like the line will get way bigger later. So it's still like a pretty good time to arrive. So I have luck at that. I do not have luck with opening Magic cards. My whole life, anytime I've opened Magic cards, I've gotten really bad value, just really, really bad. I know people who they call them like God draws. They get like insane value out of their packs. I had a friend who would regularly sell his rares back to the store, and he'd just be able to like buy more packs and sell the rares and buy more packs and sell the rares and stuff. I've never had that good luck. One of my best pulls, I got back like maybe half the value of what I paid for getting rid of like all the most valuable cards, and people do way better than that constantly. So I end up often buying Magic cards anyway, and I might end up buying some. I was at the store when they were doing release events, and I half was like, maybe I should do a release event. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it this time. The set does look pretty cool. The draft themes look really cool, which is the kind of thing that matters for making basic decks and playing in store events. So it does look really fun, but not going to do it. I don't know, but I am excited for it, I guess. Like I said before, I think I have some misgivings about it, but ultimately I think it's a pretty good set. One of the things is, now that they're doing these IP sets, Kevin, they talked about this where they're not going to do a lot of mechanical innovation for IP sets. Like if they put out a new set, they'll try and make like this cool mechanic and be like, here's this really cool new mechanic that's really interesting and engaging because like we've never done anything like this before. But in IP sets, they don't do that because they just want to render the IP in Magic language. And so that doesn't require like super high level innovative mechanics, which I totally get, because if you take a big swing on a really complicated mechanic for like a thing of an IP and it falls flat, then it's like, oh, you kind of did this IP dirty by trying to make it into like this big magic mechanical thing. So I understand that, but I really like the big mechanical ideas, and I was definitely hoping that this set had like bigger mechanical swings. And now I'm realizing that that's not like how they're ever going to do it, which has been a little bit disappointing. But once I set that aside, I think the set's pretty good. You have any thoughts on that, Kevin? Did you ever play Final Fantasy games?
The only one I ever played was 11. So I was actually going to ask you if I was going to play another Final Fantasy game other than 11. Where should I? Should I start at 1? Is there a better place to start?
No, don't start at 1. Don't start at 2. You could start at 3. So basically, I think everybody, and Mark had the same question, but everybody has their ideas of like what like the quintessential game. I think a lot of people say 7's the best, but I don't even know if that's true. 7's really cool in a lot of ways, but in my opinion, there's old Final Fantasy games and new Final Fantasy games. And again, people set the cutoff at different points, but I would even say that 7 is basically an old Final Fantasy game, although 7 is really the beginning of the new Final Fantasy games. I think if you want to play an old Final Fantasy game, 6 is, Edward just said 6 is definitely where I'd go. It's a very expansive RPG, and it has a lot of side quests and explorable areas. And when I think about Final Fantasy and RPGs in general, that's what I think of. Like, you can go to all these different places and be like, am I even supposed to be here? And see weird stuff and find weird treasures or weird encounters and stuff. And I think that's like what's really cool about RPGs. And 6 has that a lot. I don't think 4 is another classic one you could start with. But I think that 6 has that a lot more than 4. Then if you wanted to go new, I would say 9. 9 is imperfect in a lot of ways, but I think 9 has really interesting story, and the mechanics are pretty tight in 9. 10 might be better, but I never played 10. 10 was like too new to me. And then 12 is an interesting game, but it's very different. I think 12 might be hard for a first entry. It's like a really amazing game. 12 has this system called gambits where you have to buy them in a store, but they're basically like blocks of code and you can link them together. So like, for instance, you can buy a block of code, a gambit that's like for healing, and then you can buy a block of code that's like 70% or less health. And then so you can make a gambit that like whenever your health is 70%, you can cast a healing spell. And so then you can make gambits and then rank them in order of operations. So like you could, for instance, say my highest priority is when someone's health is less than 20% to heal them. Then my next highest priority is to attack the enemy with the lowest health. Then my next highest priority is like if they're weak or... Yeah, I don't know, whatever. You could also do like, if they're weak to blind, to use blind magic or something. So then your second priority could be if they're weak to blind. And then it's like, well, no one's weak to blind, so just go to attack. And in that way, it's really unique and interesting because you can kind of auto battle and mess with your gambits, and it's pretty cool. But I think 6 and 9 would be nice. Would be the ones to go with. But Tactics is my favorite. But Tactics is pretty clunky in a lot of ways. Tactics just had a remake announced, which is interesting because it already got remade, and it's going to be remade again. You could play Tactics on your phone, and they're remaking it. It's an interesting choice. I mean, it's great. Everything's great. Yeah. I thought he had another question. But yeah, I do want to get the No One Can Know About This guys into Magic. I mean, I don't want to be like super into Magic, but I would like to play Magic with them. And if they had Final Fantasy decks that could play Magic and I could play Magic with them, that would be great. What's up, Kevin? We're almost done, huh?
Yeah, no. I'm thinking, yeah, I want to download at least some Final Fantasy tonight, maybe.
Yeah, 6.
All right, I'll go for 6.
I say go for 6. Christian writes. No, not Christian. Who sent this? I don't know. Let's go to another one. Okay. Let's see. Pink writes. Hey guys, I'm not Ariel, nor do I use AI. Oh, I guess Pink wrote the Spotify comments. Remember those Spotify comments?
Okay, yeah.
I'm not Ariel, nor do I use AI. My comments come from a genuine appreciation of Kevin, who seems to be an incredibly generous and humble man who likes to help people. You're cool too, Spencery. It's like Spenk R-E. The last R or the last E and the R are transposed. New spelling I'm trying out. So they're trying out a new spelling. For the record, I wasn't trying to be creepy, just a little zany. If I called you creepy, I'm sorry. I was doing heightened comedy, in a loose, free-flowing conversation. But yeah, I think it comes across as a little zany. What do you think? What do you think of these comments?
Well, I actually noticed after I said something that the comments stopped, and I felt really bad that maybe I had said the wrong thing. That was in no way critical. I was just like, one of the perks every time I go to upload a new episode, I'd look to see what the comments were, and there would always be something slightly surrealistic, crazy in the comments. So no, there was nothing taken badly, and don't feel like we were asking you to stop.
Yeah, no, I think it's good. I like it. Even if it was AI, I think it was fine. But I respect that you don't use AI. Thanks, Pink Satin. So, and this isn't too Pink Satin, but just to use them as an example. You see how we had those comments on the comments, and the comments stopped, and they wanted to clarify their intentions, but the comments stopped. And think about all the people who have left comments about stuff we've done, and think about how that must affect us. If our comments, cause this, think about what all of your mean comments must do to us, and think about how saintly we are for continuing. And maybe think about that next time you leave a comment, and be nice. And this isn't to Pink Satin, whose comments were great, but I'm just saying, people are critical to us. You can see what it can do. So tread lightly. I'm just saying. I think, this is my soapbox, and obviously we're asking for it, I guess, which I don't even agree with. But but I think there's this internet idea where it's like, oh, they're going in here doing it, so we have a right to say whatever, and you do. But people are like, oh, and if they take it the wrong way, then they're being shitty people. But it's like, but anytime the shoe is on the other foot and we talk about something that people online are doing, people have reactions to that too. And it's like, yeah, it's a normal, natural thing. So let's be cool. And maybe I'm talking to me most of all, because maybe I'm having really bad reactions to a lot of the comments, and I'm hurting a lot of people and calling people creepy and etc. And maybe that's wrong, So I'm not shitting on you guys. I'm talking to myself and the show, Kevin. The show is likes it to be the end of the show each time and unto the end. Do you have any final words, Kevin?
No, there's no way I can top any of that. No.
Okay, well, fuck Nazis. Kick them in the teeth. Everybody get fucked. Fascists, you should all die. I hope you all die. Let's stop them. Let's stop them, guys. See ya.